we made it. It's the less than 24-hour countdown till the release of Revolutionary Icons. And my name's Christy Paxton Wade. My chapter as one of the authors of Revolutionary Icons is titled Sovereign Descent. This chapter has been a long time coming, and I'm just beyond excited to be a published author for the first time. I've been writing since I was little, and being able to use my voice and be seen and be heard is something that I feel has always been a deep down desire. But life sometimes gets in the way. Sometimes the things that happen in life take you on routes that you couldn't predict or didn't plan for. Where I am now, I can say I understand the map, I understand the routes, and I have a lot more empowerment around the choices that I make. And that's really the purpose of writing a chapter about descent, because in the world we hear so much about ascension, we hear about raising your vibration, and we think of the upward and outward climb towards success and abundance and relationships and connection. My path of going in and down and understanding and studying my inner world and inner journey has included my ancestors. So if you look around this room, which they call the library, you'll see photos of ancestors, my grandparents, great-grandparents. As you read this chapter, which I'm excited to hear your reaction, I would invite you to go on your own inner journey and think of either ancestors that you know of, your parents, your grandparents, or even more ancient ancestors. And when Inanna descended into the underworld, as the myth goes, she was stripped of all the things that had identified her and given her power and authority. She chose the stripping. She chose to remove her crown, her breastplate, her robe, her necklace, and everything that had represented who she was. When she arrived at the bottom of her descent was gone. She was naked and she was killed. So basically, the story starts, and my story and where I really began writing this started with Inanna and how she was showing up for me. But there are a lot of other ancestors in the field. The women of my lineage have been working or living to complete certain things in their lifetime. Many of them pass a very key frequency to me, something that they learned, something that they proved during their lifetime, and I draw strength from their stories. And others, they were unfinished stories. They died at a young age. They buried children. They were alone. A lot of them were silenced because of the culture that they grew up in, the time that they lived in, or the conditions around them. And those frequencies also are carried in my bones. I'm visiting some ancestral grounds in Idaho this week.
Here's the family. Okay.
You've probably seen this.
That's Uncle Billy White there. The tall, gangly guy is my grandpa Naren right there.
So it's getting down to the wire, and I've kind of been under the gun to get this video made so that I could join the Kiva community and the Revolutionary Icons authors on our new YouTube channel. It's not as easy to show up as you might think. Showing up for this book was something that I know I was meant to do. I just want to share what got me started on this journey, and that was the invitation to be one of the authors of Revolutionary Icons. When I read about this project, there was a feeling in me that was just an absolute yes. It came with all the fear and insecurity of being a published author for the first time. But I want to just tell you a little bit about my mom. My mom and I used to go to craft fairs, places where artisans would sell what they had been crafting and creating. And it was always really important to us to see the value of something that was a really original work, something that was made by hand, something that was made from the imagination and the love of the crafter. Sometimes it's hard to decide, should I get this? Should I pass it by? And my mom taught me this micro practice that I realized is actually an important practice in our lives. And she said, when you see something unique and you hold it in your hands, if you imagine putting it down and leaving it behind and pay attention to how that makes you feel, then you'll know if it was something that was meant for you. And so many of the things that I've brought into my space and my home have had to pass this test. When I hold it in my hands, if I imagine leaving it behind, do I feel a sense of longing and regret, like I missed out on something that was really special? Or does it feel okay, like it's okay if somebody else takes that? I think that this micro practice is valuable for you, and it's something that I want to share because every chapter in this book has something really special that you'll want to keep moving forward with. To listen to that really strong yes, that feeling that if I don't reach out and connect with this author, will I think about it and regret it later? Because there's a lot of energy around a book release. You'll feel that reach for something, that desire to keep it in your life, or that desire to bring that practice into your own energy. And when you feel that, follow it. Don't dismiss it. Those yeses are the things that really bring love and joy and beauty into our lives, and they're important to notice. Important to take that moment and picture your life with it or without it, and then see which way the energy goes. See which way it encourages you to move forward. This is one of the steps forward where I allow myself to be seen. Joining me in this journey and working with me in the future, I hope you know that you will be deeply seen as well. I love you. I hope you enjoy Revolutionary Icons, and I hope you take sovereign descent into your own life as a way to understand your journey.